So here we're starting with 7.25 gallons of water. I just use natural tap water that's filtered. And for a 5-gallon batch, our grain bill is going to be 10 pounds, 8.5 ounces of two-row, 1 pound, 5.3 ounces of Munich malt, 20L, 11.1 ounces of caramel crystal malt, 120L, and 11.1 ounces of wheat malt. And I've always find that double crushing with the claw hammer system is the best way to do it. You get way more efficiency. This is the first time I put my grain in the basket before putting it in the kettle. I saw Martin Keene do this on the Brewilosophy show the other day, and it looked a lot easier. Worked out well. And this whisk is great for dough balls. After 15 minutes in the mash, I checked the pH, which was 5.2. So then I reset the temperature to 138 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And then we went to 152 Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. And then 168 Fahrenheit for the last 20 minutes for our mash out. I raised the basket for about 10 minutes, turned the heat up to just below boil so I wouldn't have a boil over. We're doing a 60-minute boil on this. Our first edition of hops go in at 45 minutes. Those are going to be 0.3 ounces of Nectaron, 0.15 ounces of Cryo Mosaic, and then I add my Werflock tablet and yeast nutrients at this time also. Last edition of hops are going to be during the whirlpool, and that's 1.7 ounce of the Cryo Mosaic and 3.5 ounce of the Nectaron. We chilled the wort to 73 degrees, filled the Firmzilla, and then added the yeast Brew New England East Coast yeast. Then it'll ferment for 7 days, but we're going to dry hop 5 days prior to kegging. Dry hops are going to be 2.65 ounces of the Cryo Mosaic and 2.65 ounces of the Nectaron. So instead of disconnecting my CO2 bottle, I pressurize a small keg with CO2 and then purge the hop jar at the bottom of the fermenter. Now that the collection jar is full of CO2, I'll open up the valve and that pressure will push the hops right up into the fermenter. While kegging, I do a closed transfer, so I have no oxygen coming in contact with the beer. And here you can see, I like to weigh my kegs. Gives me an accurate account of how many gallons are in the keg when I'm finished. And a large amount of trub collected from all those hops we added.
All right, so welcome back to the channel. I make beer. So this is the Tropical Pale Ale. I think I said it was an IPA, but it's actually a Pale Ale. Came out to about 6.7%. As you saw in the video on how it was brewed with the hops that I used. Here's the tasting. So we got a good color. Hazy. Obviously, we did a lot of dry hopping with this. A lot of hops went into this during the dry hop. In my nice moving pictures rush mug, glass, I guess we call it. Came out really well, really, really good. A lot of tropical fruit in the aroma. A lot of tropical fruit in that. Wow, that's really good. Really good, really good pale ale. I've had good comments on this one. I have had several people try it so far, so it may stay in the rotation. We'll see how that goes. I got a lot of other things I want to do, but came out really, really well. As you saw in the video, I used the Nectaron and the Cryo Mosaic hops, and that's all that was used in this one. Never used the Nectaron. I've used Mosaic, not the Cryo Mosaic, but I've used Mosaic hops before. But the Nectaron, definitely a different hop. A lot of different flavor, different aroma coming out of this one. Hopefully, you've noticed my videos have gotten a little better. And I'll tell you, my beer is getting better over the past few years. If you like this one, obviously I'll post the recipe alongside the video or down in the descriptions below. Definitely like and subscribe. I want to build this channel up. We're going to do a lot more content. I've already got other things going on video-wise that I'm working on, so it'll be coming up fairly quickly. I'm not going to be taking a lot of time off between videos. You should be seeing stuff within a week or two of each other. Again, I call this the Tropical Island Pale Ale. Very tropical. If you like the recipe, check it out. Otherwise, cheers, enjoy, have a good day, have a good weekend. Take care. Like and subscribe.